everybody. Welcome to the WayForward live stream of Sigma Star Saga DX. I am your communications officer, Hoff, and I am joined by Commander Tierney himself, the assistant director of Sigma Star Saga.
Hello, how's it going?
And this is really the first time we've shown off the console and PC version of this game. The GBA version we did a live stream of last year, but we haven't really had a chance to look at this one yet outside of a trailer or two. So that's what we are doing today. We're going to explore some planets and fly around in some ships and make things explode. And yeah, we're gonna dive into it. I'm gonna toss it to you, Commander.
Yeah, and I mean, this one is a really special one for me. I joined WayForward a little over 20 years ago, started as an animator, animated on a few of our games, and started as an animator on this project. And then over the course of it, started working more and more with Matt Bozon, the director, until I ended up being assistant director on this title. So I oversaw a lot of the development of the shmup stages, of the shmup bosses and enemies. I animated a lot of that myself, helped with the level design and stuff. So really, this was my training project at WayForward to become a director. I learned everything from Bozon over the course of this game, and then after that jumped on to X-Men Justice League and a bunch of other stuff as actual director. So really soft spot in my heart for this one. I was so excited that we were able to get Bandai Namco to give us the rights to port it to modern consoles. Even more so that Matt felt interested enough to dive in and kind of do this DX version of it. So yeah, we're hopefully a bunch of people will play it for the first time or play it for the first time in 20 years. And either way, I hope you guys dig it.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of comments from people on social media saying, oh, you know, I played this in the day, but I never actually finished it. I'm guilty of that too. Or people are like, oh, this looks really cool. I've never even heard of this. I'd like to know more about it. So yeah, we'll give people a chance to check it out right now. And one thing that they might be noticing is that there is a new vocal theme song playing in the background here. It might be a little quiet, but that's one of the new additions for the console and PC version.
Yes. Yeah, we did. It's not quite as robust as some of the ports we've done, like Clock Tower and River City Zero, but we do have some nice bonuses in here. In addition to playing the game, the DX enhanced version that Matt Bozon and Mike Strage worked on, the original director and lead programmer. We have an art gallery, we have a jukebox, which includes all the original music and the new vocal theme song, which will be having a music video at the launch of the game as well, so that's coming up.
Want to pop into the art gallery for a sec?
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, there's just an example of some of the stuff we got in there. Got some pixel art, got some game maps.
And some of these, I think these are by Matt himself, these ones here. Some of these, a lot of these are also by Patera of Voodoo Berry, did some of the finished illustrations. But yeah, I recognize Bozon on a lot of these. I think a lot of these are from Matt himself doing early concept work for the game, which is very cool.
Seems highly likely.
Yeah, early Sime right there. I don't know who that guy is with the alligator head. I vaguely remember seeing that 20 years ago. But yeah, it was fun on this just to do like wild craziness. This was by one of the directors. I don't recall if it was Armando or Mark Gomez, but yeah, I remember one of our directors did this. I think it was Mark Gomez did that one. Here's some original mock-ups. This would have been Matt testing out kind of, hey, how are portraits going to work? How is the rendering on the characters going to work? All that kind of stuff.
Let's not spoil too much of this time. We'll save some of that for our future streams.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right. And then, yeah, we have the tracks here, vocal song, and then all the original songs by Shiden Multimedia. Manfred Linsner over there did most of the music for us. And should have pretty much everything. So it's not just the full tracks, it's also little stings and jingles, and you know, when you complete missions and stuff like that, we have basically all of the non-sound effect audio stuff in there. So it should be pretty cool. And then options, you know, standard, you can play with volumes, and you can change the resolution of the game as you're playing it, borders and all that. So yeah, pretty nice little package. Should we dive in?
Yeah, let's launch.
All right.
Oh, do we have an audio lag? If I can fix that.
And I remember I loved that it started with this cool, flashy intro sequence with the transparent words and the characters and stuff. I can't tell you how hard that stuff is on Game Boy Advance. Once we hit Nintendo DS and systems after that, like PlayStation Portable, you have close to unlimited resources, but GBA, you're very, very restricted in terms of your color count, in terms of like the size of images you can display and stuff like that. So even just getting little intro sequences like that working is pretty tricky.
Okay, sounds like the audio sync issue is fixed.
Cool. Classic WayForward 3 file structure. I'll go ahead and do...
So we've got a couple of comments here. Shantae 2002 says that song in the background is Peak. Yes, yes it is. And then Shaw 2002, maybe this is something you can comment on, is crazy how this was originally published in the US by Namco and in Europe by Atari back in 2005.
Oh, I didn't remember that. Yeah, it was published by Namco. They were the ones that initiated it, and we worked with Phil Cohen over there, was our producer. But this was Namco, or Namco Homatech. That was before they were Bandai Namco, before those companies had merged. So, yeah, I did not. I either didn't know or I forgot that Atari was the publisher overseas.
Yeah, and he's asking, does that mean the European version will have the Atari logo? No, I don't think that was changed for the European version.
Yeah, no, we have the, and you can see that was something that Matt wanted to do. The very first thing you see in gameplay is the Namco building being destroyed. So I thought that was always kind of a fun kickoff to the mission. The way that we did these ships was really interesting. Matt did a lot of the initial concept work, and then I did some of the assets too. But it was very much just kind of like playing with shapes. So we would just kind of like, again, you're really limited on Game Boy Advance on what you can do. And so we would just make little shapes of like, here's an engine and here's a wing, and then just kind of play with organizing them in interesting ways, because between enemies and player and multiplayer ships and all that stuff, we had to make so many of these different little sci-fi ships and robots and stuff. And I remember, yeah, just having like a Photoshop file just full of little pieces that Bozon had created, and they're kind of our little toolkit as far as this stuff. I love the way these guys walk. I animated a lot of this. I know I animated like the ship moving up and down and tilting, and a bunch of the like sequences, like when you first start and there's like a blast of your engines. I don't know if I probably did these enemies. I don't know if I animated the little walker guys. But yeah, it was myself and Paul Robertson, famous pixel animator now, and Abby, and a couple other people did all of the animation on this. I love that. I love the character in the background that you can't interact with, and also kind of like a tease of things to come. I've definitely stolen that in some of the games I did later.
Yeah, it's really cool the way that you can still do that with sprites, and it makes it feel like, yeah, it is a thing way off in the background.
And speaking of like limitations, so look at all these different clouds. That's all one layer. It's all individually done via line scrolling. So again, on GBA, you're so limited with like the number of layers. You get something like 3 or 4 layers that you could actually play with. But within a scan line, within a horizontal line, you can shift things around. So that's what's happening here. It's just one big image, but they're looping and moving those individual layers with the clouds. I always do terrible when I'm talking. Something of interest. I can
relate to that.
So the other members of my squad right there.
I know, poor Sigma team.
I know, Sigma team, but it is not. I did all this stuff, like these like charging lasers and stuff. It was a lot of fun. It was not 100% that they would all die there. I remember there was something in the scripting where some of them wouldn't get killed there and would survive. And so that's why right here, you see the guy kamikaze into the alien ship and die. And I remember some of the thinking was, well, if one of them made it, that will make up for it. It'll be like an explanation of why one of those ships vanished early on. But I remember, yeah, that was something, for whatever reason, we couldn't get that working, that 100% of the time, all of Sigma Star team would die.
You know, I keep trying to make it so one of them survives, and I've never been
It might have gotten fixed at some point, because it definitely was intentional. But I remember that was Matt's logic was, oh, and I love this. This was, I believe it was Jeremy Dower did the pixel art on a lot of these like big things, and it was funny because we had sorry, again, it's so hard to talk and play.
It's okay.
It's we had a debug menu, which you often have when you're making games, where you can load up, especially when you have like a lot of like things that can adjust. So you can load up, oh, I want this ship and I want this gun and stuff like that. And I remember that was one of the things that you could select from our debug menu is I want to play as this giant, yeah, I know, this giant krill ship. And that was my favorite thing during testing and development, was loading this up into areas where it absolutely should not have been and couldn't even fit, and just like making this monstrous purple behemoth fly around.
Nice.
Yeah, I did so much little, like even like the little overlays of like, all right, well, I got to have the sprites as individual little pieces and stuff like that, chopping up all the art. I remember just doing so much of that stuff. It was very fun.
Sounds cool. I don't want to, sound like this is a cop-out or something, but I noticed that on the stream, it is not running as smoothly as it is on our PC here. So I don't know how we can fix that on the video, but I assure you guys, if it looks a little choppy to you, it looks much, much better when you're actually going to see it in action on your PC or on your console. We are playing a PC build, probably 99% complete right now.
And yeah, so as you know, this is the hook of the game. You saw the space shooter, aka shmup sequence. Now you have the, we would call this 3/4 perspective. Think of like Legend of Zelda 2D games, RPG sequence. And what was interesting about this is it's so story driven that we actually had a full dedicated team of 3 programmers doing just cinematic work, just scripting stuff. And one of them was Robert, who is now our company's CTO, our head of all programmers. But yeah, there was so much of these scripted sequence. And I remember doing a lot of the little minor animations as characters would salute or sit down or grab things and stuff like that. Just hundreds of these little like mini cinematic animations, because Matt and Phil really wanted to do something that was very story heavy.
See what's coming in here through chat.
I love that. That's called parallaxing, an old school GBA trick where you move stuff at different speeds just to create the depth, illusion of depth. Oh, nicely done there. I like the pipes, yeah.
JZR_R ZRJ. It would be awesome to see Shantae the GBC game released for PC. That's something we would really like to get to one of these days. We were just talking about this past week. No current plans, but it is not something that is lost on us. We would love to make that happen.
There's our map at the suggestion of the NPC I just talked to. And this was either not in there or not as robust in the original game.
Yeah, right? I don't think that the flashing exclamation point was there originally. I think that is a new addition for the DX version.
Yeah, this is super, super useful.
Yeah, other new features, when you were flying around your ship, the auto fire for holding down the button, that's been sped up. I think just the general movement speed has been sped up of Wrecker here.
But the one thing that is like it was before, although it also got improved and tweaked here and there, is that same cheesy, charming Matt Bozon dialogue. So anybody who's a fan of the yuck yucks in Shantae games will see a lot of that here, even though the plot is actually much more high stakes than like a typical Shantae game.
It is. And a lot more words, too.
Yes, it's very wordy.
But of course, you can always hit start and skip to the next thing if you'd prefer.
Oh, but why would you? Very wordy, very scripty.
There's the man himself.
And this was, so I was working with Matt. I'd worked with him for about a year leading up to this project on just various other WayForward things. And he used my name for this gentleman. And I believe, I think, I don't know if I verified with it, but I believe it was because it sounds like tyranny, like, an evil, overlord type thing. And yeah, a lot of the key art, it's very much downsampled in terms of color palettes and resolution, but for the cover art and a lot of the key art for stuff like that, we worked with Patera at Voodoo Berry, very talented artist. That was one of the first times I remember at WayForward working with an external artist because we loved their style and we thought it would be perfect for a game. Now we've done that, plenty of times. Like we have so many things we worked with David Liu on, and we have Rem doing all the River City Girls art. And so this was kind of one of those first times I remember at the company where we had like an external rock star artist collaborator.
I just realized we don't have any of the cool background out there. If you hit the R trigger, you can call up the menu.
Sure.
And then you can
filter
add border.
Border.
I think we have 8
Oh
borders
yeah,
or so.
that is much nicer.
Yeah, and then you can change the screen size as well while you're there.
Sure.
Right now it's set to full. I don't know why it's called full. When it seems less full than 3x2, but 3x2 will fill the whole horizontal. You can stretch it if you want to. No one ever does.
I remember
there,
on some of the earlier collaborations with Limited Run. I remember we had 100% scale, and it's like this teeny tiny thing in the middle of the screen. So I'm not surprised to see that.
We could literally make it be 240 pixels by 160 pixels or whatever.
No, that's nice. Yeah,
you can throw on a pixel filter as well.
Oh, okay, like a CRT filter. Let's see. Where's that one?
Right above where you were at.
Oh, nice. Dot matrix.
Yeah, not CRT, but dot matrix.
Yeah, dot matrix is sort of Game Boy-ish.
That's all.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. Yeah, it would not have a CRT filter because this was not a TV game before now.
Indeed. They also used a Game Boy player, I guess.
That's true.
All going down.
I think, is this where they take the wine out of the desk?
Yeah, I think if you were to just hit start and skip the conversation, it goes straight to that, but I think that's what we're about to get to anyway.
Yeah.
There we are.
So, yeah, I animated both of those, and I remember it was just, you got to get through these animations really quick, and so that was the quickest path to getting wine glass in his hand, is just have it appear from the table. Yeah, all that stuff was fun.
A couple more comments. One from Edwin Makes Games. What games did you look at for artistic inspiration? Pixel art is gorgeous, even still today.
And I did that, I think, Wrecker Falling Over. As far as a pixel, so it's interesting. A lot of the people that worked on the shooter elements were buddies of mine from the pixel hobby community. Before I joined WayForward, we worked, me and a bunch of other guys that now are very famous, like Derek Yu and Paul Robertson and Joachim Sandberg, came from this place called Pixelation. Oh, are we frozen?
No.
Oh, okay. Just
see, there's some stuff going on. You can't hear records. I
can't hear anything.
Yeah, you don't have your audio on, but I can hear it.
But so Pixelation was a forum where a lot of hobby pixel animators who are now like some of the most prominent pixel artists in video games worked. And so we used a lot of them on the shooter sequences for the bosses and enemies, and a lot of the style of those were kind of influenced by their styles. Obviously, I mentioned Jeremy Dower before. He has a very distinct style for like the larger enemies, and he also did the shmup sequences, the environments and stuff. And then as far as gameplay, I remember that Matt was very big into an old game called Guardian. What was it?
Guardian Legend?
Not Guardian Legend. Wait, is it Guardian Legend? The shmuppy one?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, because I was confusing it with Guardian Heroes.
No.
Yes, Guardian Legend, the NES game, was sort of a shooter adventure game sci-fi hybrid, and that I remember was Matt's kind of North Star in terms of influence for this game.
Question here from @VGX7. Will this be getting a physical release? Yes, it will. It will be. It's already been announced. It's going to be coming from Limited Run. It will be physical on PlayStation 5 and Switch. More details coming soon. But I can say there will be both a standard and a collector's edition.
And there was previously another physical edition that sold, the very first one we did with Limited Run, which you can't buy anymore, but that's the Game Boy Advance version.
Yes.
Yeah.
The one that is sitting right next to you.
Yes, exactly. So, yeah, lots of good stuff. And we had a lot of fun working with LRG on planning out all the little extras and stuff, which maybe we'll be able to show off some of that later.
I think we should do that.
Yeah, I'll start starting through these because the dialogues are pretty long.
Is that the skinning part? Oh, there we are.
And I mean, you know, for anybody who's seen any of the games that I directed over the years, you know that I'm big into story, big into dialogue. So what a fun time it was to be on this game, where really it's one of the most story heavy things WayForward has ever done, and definitely back on the day in terms of you know, handheld games. We didn't do anything close to this amount of scripting and storytelling. Have you look at my map again? Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah, no map for this area. But there's a parasite.
Yep.
Got some great sound effects going on here that you can't hear, Adam.
That's fine.
The squealing parasite and the chomping on his head.
I think I animated him lying down because I tend to do like the three fingers clumped together when you're pixel limited. Oh, I remember that guy. I have not played this game all the way through in so long. Loss.
Yeah, he ain't so bad.
No. Yeah, a lot of these Krill guys are okay. That's very Boson-esque design. Ah. And we always joked, even at the time, it's like, oh boy, these are huge sprites.
They are.
I remember that when before we were working on this, kind of the test for like, are your sprites really big, was something like the later Wario Land games, but I'm pretty sure this beats them in terms of sheer sprite size. I skipped. Why are we shooting this thingy?
Because Bloss said he wanted to face you in the arena, but by face you in the arena, he meant face his alien champion in the arena. And yeah, we're getting some weird flickering here on the stream where it is making Record disappear if he gets hit. But I assure you, that does not happen in the real game.
Come on, you.
If we can do something to make the stream run smoother next time.
Oh, I guess my HP was not going down. So
yeah, the good thing is it is a tutorial battle.
I was going to say, maybe I didn't need to be so careful.
I know, but you don't want to get hit anyway.
I'll live in the moment. Is that the best you've got, Bloss?
So now you've blowed up his champion and you're on his good side, apparently.
Yeah, I've proven myself as a human Krill hybrid. So yeah, Krill is the alien species that these dudes are. Actually, is it them or is the things on them? It's them, right?
It's them.
And then the parasites are what's on them. Yeah.
Yes, I don't know if I don't think the parasites have a special name.
Yeah, yeah. I assume they're just indigenous to like the Krill planets.
But they do have those trademark Matt Boson cyclopean features.
Oh yeah. And that was one of the interesting things he's talking about, the gun data. As you'll see as we go through the game, that's kind of the big thing that you're unlocking and experimenting with, is a 3-tiered style of gun data for your flying shmup sequences. And it's basically what your cannon is, how it's firing, what the bullet is, and then what the bullet does when it impacts.
Yep.
And between all the different options of that, you get thousands. I think it's like over 25,000 individual.
I think it's 15 to 16,000.
There you go. So over 10,000, or over 9,000 if you're in a Dragon Ball. Different combinations.
Oh, I think you're trying to find the communications room.
Yeah.
We have a couple of questions here asking
Sure.
about why we don't have an Xbox version planned.
You know, we always just try to get our games on as many platforms as possible, and limited run tends to focus primarily on Switch and PlayStation platforms. So you know, we'll try and tackle that at some point, but a lot of it just kind of comes down to bandwidth. Some of these old titles are difficult to get on everything, as opposed to when we do a brand new game, we're working in the Unity engine, and so it just automatically goes on everything. But you know, we do respond to suggestions and requests. Oh, that's where it came from. Yeah. So yeah, if you Xbox gamers out there would like to see this on that platform, let us know on social media. Let Bandai Namco know. Let Limited Run know.
I think you want to go south, probably.
Sure. Can't run yet, right?
Oh,
that was the rewind
might
feature.
Be able to. Yeah, there is a rewind feature. That's another feature.
There you go.
New feature for the console PC version.
Oh, I could run. Oh my gosh. All right. I knew there was a run. All right, so I want to go south. Let's look for a south path. Nope. Is that where it came from? That's where it came from, I think, right?
Let's say try. I think just roam here.
This one?
Yeah.
There we go. Bip, 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 bip. Very Bionic Commando inspired.
Oh yeah, that's true.
When I was a kid, and then do we go to the right or left? Do you remember?
I think you have to go back to Bloss. So if you can find your way back to him.
When I was a kid playing the first Bionic Commando game on NES, it's not very intuitive, and I didn't realize that you beat a stage and then you would need to manually move your thing to the next stage. So I just kept playing the first stage over and over and over and thought, this is kind of a boring game. And so the structure of this game with the shooter stages, which you guys will see more of as we go, those are kind of our equivalent to the battles in like a Pokemon game. But the overworld stuff here is typical lock and key Metroidvania style. So you are getting different abilities that allow you to bypass obstacles. You're getting, new forms and new gadgets and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think there's 6 different items, tools you can get. So I think you want to go back down.
Can run, sir.
To the left. Okay, I think, just go past him.
Great.
VGX7 asks, when are we getting a crossover game for the WayForward cinematic universe?
We always talk about it, and we do little bits and pieces here and there. For example, Patricia Wagon and Kabako and Jake from Lit are all in River City Girls.
Yeah, that's the closest we're getting so far, huh?
Yeah, but we do, we've talked about the possibility of doing a multi-game thing, maybe like something kind of fighter-y or brawler-y. But yeah, has not come to fruition yet. All right, so I did new mission. Now what do I do?
Just go out the door to your left?
Oh, yes.
Or you have to do something else.
That is correct.
Okay, there you go.
There we go.
All right.
Cool. So yeah, all of these, now I'm in the shooter section, and there are, I don't remember how many, I want to say like a few hundred, maybe over 100 of these individual little stages. It's randomized, and it's based on the world that you're currently at. So I think this was like Garden World or Plant World or something like that.
Forest
World, there you go. And I'm killing all these little creatures that are coming at me, and I'm getting experience, which is leveling up my characters and my abilities.
Yeah, but that's what I always thought was so cool about this game, is that it is basically an RPG with random battles, but it's not menu-driven random battles. It is real-time, side-scrolling, action random battles, like some of my favorite games from way back in the day.
Yeah, and I think this was kind of one of the main reasons why, offline, why WayForward kind of got a reputation for being a genre masher. Obviously, we did that kind of to a parody level with Cat Girl Without Salad, but for a while, and really started with this game, we would have like, it's this and this, and kind of the whole peanut butter and chocolate routine. Right, I am saved.
All right, back to Bloss.
Cool. Was he here?
I don't think so.
No. A little more to the right.
Yeah, there we go.
Do. Right. Now, let's see. skipped over. Do you remember what our next objective is?
Let's see. I think now you're supposed to meet with your new commanding officer, Syme.
Ah, okay.
She might be around here somewhere. Maybe she's next door.
If memory serves, there's
I would check this room here.
Very nice high-res for GBA image to kick that off.
Nope, I guess it's not here.
Oh, what a
definitely
jerk.
Not her. This one? Nope, that's the arena.
That's where I killed the blue thingy.
Okay, you're on your own. I do feel like it is at the end of a hallway. But...
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, okay, so we tried the right one. That was Bloss, I think, up here. Is that maybe here?
Could be, it could be that room.
There we go. What?
Talking about his parasite.
Walking around. All those little walking around is handled by scripting, so all of that is done by programming. Basically would say, hey, when you finish this dialogue, walk from here to here, walk from here to here, do this animation. Tons and tons of scripting on this game, even compared to what we typically do on a game now. My name, dummy.
Yeah, so one thing about the dialogue is it has actually all been streamlined for this version. Matt went through and thought, hey, this is kind of, gets a little long in the tooth in the original version. So that has been pared down just a bit to make things snappier. Like all the changes that were made were to either, fix issues with the original or just to make things move a lot faster. Faster player movement, faster dialogue, fewer random battles, more experience points. Yeah, we haven't got to the random battles yet, but we will soon enough.
Yep.
VGX7 asks, has the team considered a turn-based RPG-style game?
We've done a few of them. Very notably, we did Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp for Nintendo a few years ago. And then I worked on a Transformers game that we did. I think it was called Rise of the Dark Spark on 3DS. That was also kind of a strategy turn-based game with real-time Rock'em Sock'em style boxing. So we do it occasionally.
Yeah, there's a lot of us here that are fans of classic Final Fantasy and stuff like that, and
Yep.
We would love the opportunity to do more of that.
Oh,
so once you've landed, yeah, there you go.
Nice. Oh, we've landed. Yeah, these tile sets were very fun to work with. All right. A save. Always save.
Yes. There's more save spots too. That's another new feature of the DX version.
Although it's only a save energy pad, not an old man.
Sorry to disappoint. Oh, we got another.
And this is our first gun data. So again, it'll show right here. Now I just picked up cannon type 11. And if I pick that, oh, nice. So now, instead of the default cannon, which is just a straight single shooter, I can shoot with a little bit less firing rate, but I can shoot in both directions. And that's essentially what you're doing with all of these. I only have the default for the bullet type and for the impact type now. But
that's your first one. You'll be getting royalty soon enough.
And you're finding all of these in the through the stages. Nope. From killing enemies or going between stuff. I am not able to go here yet, I believe.
Not yet. I need the right tool for that.
So yeah, that's another example of kind of that lock and key progression.
Yeah, you'll come back here and be able to make We'll work with him eventually.
Right, let's go here. Kill some more harmless creatures. He looks pretty angry, though.
Yeah, Team Xbox is out in force today. They should play our other Xbox games.
Absolutely. Oh, and I got some bombs.
Oh yeah, those could come in really handy.
How do I do those? Don't remember how to do a bomb. Let's see.
Oh, well, that's only in the battles.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
That is in the shooter action scenes.
Oh, do I need to go down there?
Clear out everything.
Do I need to go there? Or can I probably can't hop there yet.
Not
right?
yet. You can't do that until you can get the correct item.
Yeah, lots of telegraphing. It's good game design to show the player the obstacle that they can't overcome before they get the special ability, so that they have that nice aha moment of coming back later.
But of course, you can call up your map.
Okay,
it's not this way, because this is where you were before.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Okay. I'm up here. Oh, I gotta go upwards. All right. I come from here.
Oh, that might be when you started.
That's where I started, I think.
Yeah, so go south. It's definitely going to be off to the left.
I'm going to save, because I've got a couple of...
Because why not? You can never save too many times.
Got a gun data and a few bombs.
If we all buy Sigma Star DX, will we get Sigma Star 2?
We talked a lot about Sigma Star 2 at the time. I'm sure that there's a couple of like story treatments from Matt and Phil and myself on what that would have been.
Yeah, that'd be super cool.
You know, never say never, but we did make a deal with this, and we initiated that. Obviously, we love this game enough to reach out to Bandai Namco and say, hey, can we license this game back? So anything's possible. Here we go. With my dual directional weapon now. I can get the guys behind me. Nice.
Oh, man.
What am I hitting?
I think you're crashing into the rocks.
Oh. I was spoiled by the initial stage where there was no collision. I forgot. Yeah, you do have to deal with collision.
So that was not a random battle. That's a scripted battle, but we'll be getting random battles from here on out.
It's the structure. It's like a teaser for random battles, though.
Yes.
All right. And always shoot statues.
Yep, maybe we'll get some health, maybe we'll get a bomb.
Even in real life, because sometimes they have stuff inside.
Health up. Beware of spider.
Ah! Come on, come down, you. Come on, you.
Come on, little fella. We're not going to hurt you. Oh, we blew him up.
Is this something? No. Is that a statue?
I don't think it's anything. I think it's just a rock.
Yeah. Oh, there's another gun data. Let's see what we got this time. Now, we got the... Whoop. Stop. How do I get the... Oh, weapon selection. B. Okay. There we go. Nope. That's in B. There we go. Up and down. That one's going to be tough. So
it could be.
I think I'm going to stick with... Actually, I'm going to, for now, go back to the
original. Oh my gosh, it's going so fast. It looks like it's in slow motion.
Yeah. I'm going to go back to the original just for maximum firepower. Okay. And then, I don't know where I'm going yet, but we'll just kind of explore a little bit. Hey, you. Some health. Oh, and here we get sucked into our first battle.
Oh, you got a big ship, too.
I did. So you'll notice this is the first time I'm not in like the standard ship. This is all randomized, and the lore of it is you are sucked into these ships which are alive. All those blue things on it are eyeballs. And this is some sort of a relationship between the krill parasite that's on your body and these big living ships. And so you get sucked up into them for reasons. And then you kill a bunch of creatures and get a bunch of EXP. And with all these random battles, you essentially just need to stick around for either a time limit or until you kill a certain amount of people, and then you make it safely out of there.
Yeah, it's usually killing off a certain number of enemies. In some cases, that might just be a mini-boss or something like that. But there are some, non-random stages that are a bit longer.
And that was also something that we worked on within the game. There were some legacy bugs when the game initially came out. Things like a stage that might get locked because it's waiting for one more enemy to get killed or something. So as much as possible, we fixed all those little legacy bugs from 20 years ago.
Yep.
In addition to making it a more...
Yep, there's one of those bosses.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was the first boss we did.
Oh, I've ever encountered this guy.
Yeah, I remember. This was the first one that we designed, and I think I did the art on this one myself. And I remember just loving the idea of just the flow of him, the fact that he's invulnerable except when
That's
his
pretty cool. I like
eye
it.
or his little shooter.
How have I never seen this guy?
Oh yeah, he was always enemy number one. And then I love we kind of went overboard on the finalization death sequence with him, which I'll hopefully get to really quick. I can wear him down. But yeah, lots of these guys. I think there's like a dozen or two of these little mini bosses all over the place.
Yeah, they kind of lots of the bosses. So
yeah,
maybe I carried this guy back in the day and just don't remember. But...
Yeah, I remember he was very specifically. This was the very first boss we ever did. There we go. So we got that. Need to get more powerful bullets and impacts. That'll speed all this process up.
Oh, we get a ton of experience when you take them out, though.
Yes, I imagine so. Alright, probably one more sequence and then we should hopefully be through. Well,
nope, not yet.
He's a bit of a sponge. Come on, you.
That VGX7
almost
asks, can we get some Sigma Star plushies?
Not right now. I want to say not anytime soon. There we go. And then I wanted that. I wanted you to be just chipping away, shaming him and piecing, knocking all his pieces off, and then just go through this kind of crazy sequence where he's just out of control in this weird turtle out of his shell mode.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like it.
And then the classic Matt Boson popcorn explosions. Probably not. As far as plushies, we probably, if we were going to do that, we would have done it at the launch of this game. That's usually a pretty big commitment, so that's why you normally just see the plushies from us for things like Shantae or River City Girls. But, again, nothing's impossible if this ends up being a big hit.
Yeah,
if we
somehow
end up
this
doing
blows
some more.
up, anything's possible.
Blows up like that statue.
Yeah. Life Force Kent says, I had so much fun replaying this DX version. Can't wait for the PC version.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's nice to see it on a big screen, and again, I love the borders and I love all the options and stuff. So for people who never experienced it on GBA or did not buy the GBA repro cart, I hope you guys dig it on PC and consoles. Ah, save. Always save. Let's see what's down here. Ooh, cave. Mysterious. That actually caught me off guard.
Edwin Makes Games suggests that the recent 3D shooter footage from Anime Expo seems like it would be a perfect fit for a modern take on Sigma Star Saga.
Yeah, for sure.
Interesting thought.
That one, I figured there would be something over here. I wonder if this is a gun data. Nope, that's a health.
Nope.
Yeah, we're still working on that 3D thing. It's gonna be cool. It was definitely influenced, not specifically by this, but more than anything, probably like the world of the Mighty games, Mighty Flip Champs, Mighty Switch Force, stuff like that. Guys, remind me of a Zelda enemy. Ooh, there's a gun data.
Ah.
Here's another
Another
boss.
boss.
This was one of my favorite bosses. I think this is probably the nicest looking sprite in the entire game. Was this beautiful flower, and I love the juxtaposition of just having this like
Murderous death flower.
super beautiful piece of natural art, and it's just laying down these little seeds that then just jut up as spikes around you. Josh Astorian was the pixel artist on that one, I remember. All right, let's see what we got.
Hello, Chunji-XC.
We have...
Like Life Force Ken got the collector's edition because he's talking about the cartridge is the same blue.
This one was interesting. So this one, what is it called? I'll have to wait for the text to go back around. But yeah, basically this one, you are firing in whatever direction, free movement. You're firing in any direction that you are actively moving. And I remember that one being pretty useful. So we're going to try that out.
All right.
All right. So go down here. Nope, not yet. Go back the way we came. And if I get pulled into a random battle,
Sure?
let's see how that works.
Wait, check your map.
Maybe not. Oh, I'm there. Okay. I inverted myself and my objective.
Cool.
Got time for you, spiders. Alright. Ooh, another gun data. And this one is a bullet type.
All right. Probably time to
So if
change
I
that.
pick
Oh,
this, now it's double shot. Now we're getting somewhere.
nice. Excellent.
Yeah, this is gonna be nice. All right. Okay, so now I am there. I still need to go up. I can't go up right here. What does it mean to go up?
I think you have to go left.
I think you're right.
And then.
I think you're correct. Ah, but let's try out our cool new double shot directional gun now. Oh yeah, yeah, this thing's gonna cook. I remember
Another
this
boss,
guy.
man.
Yeah, there's so many of these guys. This guy, I think he dashes
Like all bosses.
if he sees you.
Yep.
Yeah, so we had him like blind,
Woo, that was
have kind of
nice.
like the anime style blind white eyes, and as long as you don't align with him, he will leave you alone. But if he quote unquote sees you, then he'll rush at you. Yeah, lots of fun little thematic guys like that.
Nice dodging.
Yeah, this weapon cooks. This is awesome. I can even do that.
A little bit of audio lag again. Let's fix that.
Ooh, got me. Alright, sir. Time for you to die.
There you go.
And this number, I think, shows how many enemies you need to kill. Being a mini boss, it's only one.
Exactly.
I like killing the guy on re-emerging. Okay, so now I'm here. We were going left.
Like Force Ken says, I'm still wanting a mode like a boss rush or a survival mode.
Yeah, it would be tricky with this because the scripting. Oh, another gun data. Was so complicated in terms of linking everything together. I would be terrified personally to crack that back open for any reason.
It would be cool though.
All right, what is this one? This one is steer shot. Okay, so is that redundant? Let's
Probably.
see.
But
So
there's
if
some
I-
really interesting combinations.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. If I leave it directional, then now can I do the steer shot? Let's try that. Okay, so I'm gonna do bi-directional. And what was this one? That was up down. That's not gonna be as useful. All right, I'm gonna do bi-directional steer shot. And let's
Sounds good.
see how that comes out.
Ooh.
a bit. Right. They're probably just wanting to play, but can't take any chances. Oh, I'm the obnoxiously large ship.
Now, is this the one?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's not
splits apart? There's
yes.
one that splits apart if you take a hit. I
Yeah,
think.
let's try that. Bum.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, nice. Much more maneuverable. So that's very cool. So the shot, it is not quite. So I actually should have left the directional thing on. I'll switch it back after this because they're not mutually exclusive. This one is just influenced by your vertical ascent or descent. So I'm going to try that next. I'm going to try
let's see.
doing directional cannon and the directional bullet. That should be pretty crazy. Be like, I think it's going to be like a watering hose.
Yeah, so you're on this planet, I think, to... Why are we here? Are we trying to find some geological disturbances? Is that what it's about?
Something like that. Something about earthquakes and things inside planets and mysterious tremors or something.
So fly under the core and see what's causing it.
All right. Nice. Oof. So these, I think these are my Earth buddies, right?
I think these are all drones, but yeah, they are Earth.
Yeah. Already kind of getting a little bit into that whose side am I on thing.
Yeah.
I thought I did the steering thing. All right. I was wondering, I'm like, I thought I had bi-directional, but I forgot I did the steering, so. This one's a little unwieldy.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll go back to a little bit more traditional. I love the directional shot, though, like having that little bit of like water spout influence.
And I think if you're in real trouble, can you hit a button and just change to your default weapon?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you can. Yeah. And I think you can queue. I don't think it's just your default. I think you can queue up 2 different types loadouts.
Could be.
Yeah, let me experiment with that when I get back to it. But yeah, this one might be just because I do remember I did level design on this stage. It is very chaotic, so I think we're going to go a little bit traditional here.
Ooh.
Dang Earthlings. And I remember the boss here, I think.
I think having that
I love that.
multi-directional weapon will come in handy with him.
Yes.
Or it, I should say.
Yeah, we were probably, I think...
Ooh.
Unless I have my timeline wrong, I think that this was maybe made a little bit after Gradius 5 by Treasure, which had really fantastic, tight corridor level design. And so I think, unless I have the dates wrong, I think we were kind of influenced by that on some of these stage designs.
Yeah, I can't remember when that one came out, but that seems probable.
Yeah, PlayStation 2 launched in 2000, so 2005, 2004 probably would have been when that was out.
Chat, if you want to tell us, feel free.
Oof. Yeah, and if you're wondering why this is particularly long, this is one of the non-randomized stages. Right. So the actual stages, which are the big gauntlets that you finally get to the boss at the end, they are substantially longer and more complicated than the randomized stages. Oh, they're just stuck with the direction.
Oh dear. Right. Oh, this could be bad.
All right. Suddenly regretting us coming up with a lot of these enemies. This is a mining facility.
Yes.
They really don't want. There's a lot of focus on. Level
perfect timing.
With a refill of health. There's a lot of focus on artillery for a mining facility.
You gotta blow things up when you're mining.
I'm gonna try this a little bit. Here we go. I made these girders and I I don't think I made this enemy, but I think I animated. This was one of my favorite bosses in the whole game.
And are you remembering to hold down the button to speed up your ship movement?
No, of course I'm not. I am now.
That is a key. That is key.
Yeah, this was a fun one. Yeah, we went very thematic with all the bosses, so, you know, a lot of our influences. Old NES games or Atari games or arcade games, and so every boss kind of has their own theme and their own little bag of attacks and dodging tricks. And I remember, yep, this guy starts speeding up and getting mad.
At least he is relegated to the girders. So
Yeah, and it is yeah, very useful that I can shoot behind me right now. In fact, I'm doing more of that than anything.
Kinda looks like a maniacal ice cream cone.
Oof, I'm getting fast now. And his logic, he is making dynamic decisions every time he hits one of these four corners. So he's deciding whether to chase me or evade me or strafe alongside me. But there's some nice AI, and programmer for these stages was Ian Wakelin, and then the lead programmer is Mike Stragey, and both those guys did an amazing job with the intelligence of all these bosses and enemies. Ah! Yeah, he's really staying on top of me.
Yep.
Oh no, oh no. Yeah, if you guys have any other questions about this or any WayForward stuff, feel free to just
totally
type in the chat. You know you're gonna die. Just give up. Oh, I know I'm gonna die, apparently.
Oh, time to throw a bomb at him.
Yeah, what was the bomb?
Whatever button you haven't used yet.
Bum, 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 bum. There we go. I've got a lot of bombs. I'll just spam some bombs for a second. Oof. Last one.
He's hurting, though.
He is. He's going very fast now. Yeah, and again, this is a full RPG, so you saw earlier I leveled up. That's making you more powerful. And then, you know, you're picking different ammo types, different cannons, different impact types, especially once we haven't got any impact types yet. But those are great, because that's basically when the bullet hits, what happens? Does it explode? Does it split into multiple bullets? Does it do some other thing? That can really start
pass through and hit other enemies.
Yeah, that can start to really stack interestingly and do a lot more damage than what we would call like the vanilla bullets.
Some of them make like extra experience points appear even.
Oh, nice.
And because it is an RPG, like if you find some stuff too difficult, it's like, okay, I'll just, you know, do a few more random battles.
Yep, exactly.
I'll be able to get stronger.
Yeah, just walk around a little bit. It's not too hard to shoot, but boy, it's getting very tight on the cornering to dodge. Oh, now he's even faster.
Do bombs hurt the bosses? Yes, they do. I mean, they're probably best for, you know, clearing out lots of weaker enemies, but yes, they do hurt the bosses.
Yeah, best used on a bunch of one-shot guys.
Release date? We had been saying early 2026. Now we can say spring 2026. We hope to have something more specific than that in the next few weeks.
Release date is imminent.
But yeah, it's not far off.
Going so fast, I knew he was almost dead. Because I would not be able to handle him much faster than this.
When is the next Shantae dropping? Shantae dropping? I don't know if I like that phrase.
Oh.
But yeah, we can't really say anything else about that one. We have announced it's coming. It is in development. We have shown some teaser art, but we really can't say anything else just yet.
Matt is doing it right now.
Yep. Actually got to see some of it last week. It's looking pretty cool.
good. There we go.
There we go.
There's that ice cream cone.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you can suck it, ice cream cone.
Level up again. Nice. Doop, doop, doop.
Thank you for wishlisting it, Marcotus. What was the development time for the original Sigma Star Saga, says Edwin Makes Games?
Not that long. I think less than a year, I believe. Nowadays, most of the games we do are more in the like 1.5 to 2 year range. But yeah, back in 2004, 2005, I think it was like we would do games in 6 months. I think this was a little bit on the longer end. So this would have been somewhere between probably 9 months and 12 months total, I think.
Longer than Ping Pals.
Yes. Right.
Got a new tool. New patch spider source to fix the respawns. I'm not even sure what you mean.
Yeah, if you have any issues with any of our games, send a message to us on social media or find a support email. Let our QA department know, and then we can look into all that stuff. All right.
Yeah, the best thing to do is support at WayForward.com. If it comes through social media, I'll just be like, ask them.
Oh no. How are we doing on time?
We have been going for a little over an hour.
Okay.
I suspect I'll have no trouble getting off planet. But yeah, now you have a scanner. Have you tested it out yet?
No, I have not. Let's see.
Maybe after this fight.
Oh, and I wanted to switch back to the other cannon. I think most of these enemies, I think I created and pixeled and animated, and so they're
Nice.
just weird little ideas from my brain. I remember the process for it, and I know I found some of this stuff at some point when I was moving recently, but I just would do lots of little doodles of different shapes and concepts for creatures in pen on paper. So I think almost definitely all the bosses and mini bosses, there's like an initial pen and ink concept of them, and then I would give that to the pixel artists as reference. So if we can find some of that again, we can share that on social media.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Let's see. Life Force Ken asks, so what made you guys go back to fix this? I mean, this is a game that we've been wanting to bring back for a long time. There are a lot of people who are asking for it. It's something from the GBA era that seems very well liked, and a lot of people. Oh, do you want to go? Maybe can you go south?
Sure.
At that fork.
And it was one that we created too.
And now you can test out. Is there a switch maybe, or maybe you have to go the other? Oh, there it is. Yes. Okay, so now you can go somewhere else. Now you've triggered that hidden switch.
Oh, where do I have to go?
Go south because these spikes are
I just
retracted
triggered
now.
it. Okay,
I don't know if there's anything to do here at this point.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know the spikes.
But yeah, I thought it was a good way to test out the whatever the item is called. I've already forgotten. The radar? It's not called radar.
I keep forgetting to change.
So anyway, we wanted to bring it back for a long time,
Yes.
and we finally got the opportunity. And Matt said, "Hey, if we're going to do that, we should fix it up." And so him and Michael Strege went into it, and they fixed some bugs, and then said, "Let's not stop there. Let's just make it like." The way he explained it was, if we've been able to patch games back in the GBA era, after hearing feedback, these are the changes he would have liked to have made. And so that's what he did. And we came up with this DX version, definitive version of the game.
Yeah, and a lot of the games that WayForward worked on, in the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance era, are licensed games or, interesting, but maybe not, the best gameplay for now, like Ping Pals and just kind of oddities like that. This one really stood out because this is not only really nice gameplay, really nice story. This is also an IP that Matt Bozon created for Namco. And so this was one that we definitely wanted to get the rights back to. And yeah, without mentioning any other ones, those tend to be the kind of IPs that we target as far as licensing older WayForward stuff, is stuff where we created it or we substantially, reimagined it. So we've had really good success with Limited Run on porting and revisiting a lot of our older titles. So expect to see more things of this ilk in the coming years, hopefully.
Yeah, someone at the very beginning of the chat mentioned Aliens Infestation.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one we've been hoping to bring back for some time.
We've had a lot of conversations about the possibility of that. We would need to do something with Disney, who owns 20th Century Fox now, and Sega and Gearbox. There were so many different parties involved in that one, but that one is very near the top of our wish list for sure. Oh, look at that big chonky boy.
Yes.
Just walking around.
Just mind his own business. Poor fella.
I keep forgetting to change my gun.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to do that right after I get out of here. Oh, this guy again. Alright, sir.
Contra 4 to Steam whenever Konami wants to do it.
But if you love traditional style Contra games, go pick up Operation Galuga. That's the most recent Contra we did. Styles, in terms of the gameplay, very, very similar to Contra 4 because of the recent-ish Contra titles. Both of those are kind of traditionalist Contra games. They're both very much an homage to the original couple of NES and arcade games. If you have not played Operation Galuga, I'd highly recommend it.
So there was a question earlier. Oh, there it is from Reonion. Which WayForward game had the longest development time? That's easy. Shantae Advance.
Yeah, it's probably, I mean, honestly, the answer is probably going to tend to be some of the ones that we're working on most recently, just because dev cycles do tend to expand. Like I said, nowadays, we're typically doing games for like 1.5 to 2 years. When I first started, we were doing games for like 6 months, 8 months, stuff like that. I don't remember any that were very specifically longer. Definitely, and some of that might be under NDA as well, with the various publishers.
That is true.
All right, I do that. Do that.
There you go.
Now, wasn't I walking over that button before I used the sensor? I mean, really. I feel like there might be a secret here. Anything? The statue? What's up here first? Keep forgetting to switch my gun.
Darn it.
This is not the ideal combination. Yeah, I love these like pretty little. Oh yeah, but see, yeah, between my leveling up and my rapid fire, it really made short work of him. And that was something else that we balanced a lot. So you are getting more powerful against the earlier bosses and enemies.
Change your weapon.
Grind sort of fashion. Okay, so I do weapon select. Yeah, all right. I wanted to do dual direction. No, nope, I pressed the wrong button. There we go. All right, I'm gonna give that a try. Up here. Waiting for me. Seems like this is leading somewhere. Might lead to someplace I can't do yet.
Or it's taking you back to the ship.
Oh, yeah, I have been up here already. Never mind. You were right.
I think you are supposed to go back to the ship before too long.
Yeah, at some point. But first I need to go down here. Alright, now I've got my new weapon.
Alright.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
more sound lag? Come on.
Yeah, this is great. So this is a perfect example, like, just having that little bit of upward, downward wiggle from the shot type makes it so much easier to kill enemies. So I'm liking this one a lot. Yeah, this one, if I can get a good explosive bullet or something, then I'm set for a while. All right. Save.
Oh, maybe it is guiding you back to the ship.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It might be. There we go. course, for anyone who hasn't played it, aside from all the backstabbing and allegiances and intrigue, there is also a lot of lovey-dovey, flirty stuff in this game as well.
Yeah, there's a bit of a love triangle.
Can I just make it land in the same spot?
Maybe,
What am I supposed to do? Let me see.
I think you have to...
Oh, okay, so I want to not land yet, I think. I want to go. Oh, map. Okay. Let's just save. Alright, any more questions?
Let's see. What else has come through except VGX7 says I feel like this would make a cool 3D adventure game, honestly.
Yeah, I remember when I first joined WayForward. It's funny to say now in 2026, but in 2004, as a new animation hire, I was terrified that I only knew 2D art. I said, oh my gosh, I'm going to be left behind. Every game, including WayForward, is going to be 3D from now on. So I actually took a 3D art class.
I
And
want to
for
find Boss again.
my school project was I did a 3D version of Ian Wrecker. That was the first thing that I learned how to model in 3ds Max. All right, let's go find that dude.
Yeah, I think we're going to go to the big stairs again.
Up here?
I think you got to go up the big white stairs.
Up or down? Or left or right?
Up. Possibly right, possibly left. I'm not sure, but...
Those are the individual
no, not through the
things.
door. Yeah, I
Sure.
think this might be it.
There we go. Good job killing all your own species.
Yep. Ooh. WayForce Ken asks, favorite gun data combination?
I mean, I'm liking the one I have right now, but I'd like a more interesting impact. I don't remember. I mean, I remember liking ones that seek. I remember liking ones that continuously rotate around you. You know, anything. But I'm really...
Which of the 16,000 combinations is
But
your
I do
favorite?
really love... I think what's nice is you see kind of the experimentation you could do. So it's like, first we had the front and back shot. Then we had the, oh, I can aim anywhere my ship is going, but it's a little unwieldy. And so not using that, but then using the slight up and down tilt, I think is much better. So I love that kind of experimentation you get with all of them.
Yeah, there was one I was looking at recently that somehow combined rapid fire with a charge shot. So it ends up like auto sending out the charge shot. So it's like really effective and powerful. I was like, wow, I didn't even know it could work that way.
Classic boson dialogue. This starbase is a dump.
So what did Boss have you do?
I do not know, because I cut his dialogue short.
I think probably go back
I could go back to the planet and take off thing. See if it wants to take me.
Yeah, I think you might be able to switch over to another planet.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh,
What are
there
you
we
doing,
go.
Simon?
Talk to her. Okay.
This is after she completes her report, so I wonder if it's going to make me hang around for a while first.
Yeah, maybe you have to complete your report too. Means probably go into the communications room if you can't do anything in here.
Let's see. Oh, offline. Yeah.
Okay, probably the communications room.
Come on, go up here. Nope. All right. Remember where that is?
That was the one that was sort of to the south, I think. Maybe this room?
There we go.
Oh, this? Yes, okay.
It doesn't matter. But people died. It doesn't matter. This is where tyranny starts to look a little sketchy.
Little tyrannical.
Yeah, and for people who don't know, there is a character in this game known as the Tyrannical Overlord. That is our CEO Voldy's official company title as well.
Yep.
So I'm going to guess that maybe Simon's done now that I talked to him.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't see her. One more time. There we go.
Okay.
Fire planet.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, and so as she mentions right here, and you'll see as I break out of this, you can revisit old places and grind. And so there's Fire Planet, but I could also just, if I choose to land here instead, then we are currently hovering, I believe, over the Forest Planet. So if you miss some gun data, or I don't recall if there was stuff that you had to come back for.
Oh, there definitely are. There's reasons
so you have to revisit
send
the
you
old
back
stuff.
for.
So
Yeah, you'll
now
come back
I'm
with
gonna-
new abilities, and you'll get to explore new
Nice.
parts.
So now I'm
Like
gonna-
earlier, you couldn't get through that one area because of those landmines.
Yep.
And you'll come back later with an item that you'll be able to go through that and see what's over there.
I'm pressing it, but it's not wanting to go.
I don't know. It might be working.
I don't remember how to make it.
Just go south and see if you can exit or...
No, because it hasn't. I think when you move to the Fire Planet, it you see the space fly by. I wonder if maybe it wants me to do something first. Oh, I have to go this way.
Ah, all right.
I have to fly to the Fire Planet. That's what it is.
That's right, because you're leaving that star base and going to a
Yes.
different one.
All right, that's probably a good place to stop, right?
Yep. Sounds good to me.
We'll do a little bit of, let's see what the next sequence is. Oh, I'm in here. Okay, yeah, let's, we don't want to show too much, but yeah, that's the first chapter out of what, 7, 8, something like that?
I think 6.
6? Okay, yeah. So yeah, there's the beginning of Sigma Star Saga. Really cool game. We developed it 20 years ago. We got the rights to it. Matt Bozon, the director, cracked it back open with Mike Strage, lead programmer, and improved a bunch of stuff, which is why it's called Sigma Star DX.
Yeah, we should be able to lock down a release date soon. We're looking forward to telling you guys all about that. But while we're here, why don't you crack open that?
I've been on
GBA.
camera for a while. Why don't you do it?
Oh, all right. Let's see here. Let me switch the camera over. Just the one. Okay. All right. Oh, I've already got it.
Oh, cool.
I started earlier.
There you
I was
go.
like, I don't want to run into the wrong thing and not be able to open it. So, yeah, I snuck out. Okay, but yeah, tell me if I've actually got this thing on camera.
Oh, sure. Yeah, let me switch with you. Yeah, you're dead center.
Okay, this is an actual legit unboxing. Okay.
Nice slide case. It looks very foil. There's like silver foil on the cover.
Nice and shiny underneath.
Very beautiful. I don't think we've opened one of these yet for ourselves yet, huh?
I don't think we've got ours. This is mine.
Oh, this is your personal one. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Had it delivered recently. It hadn't opened it up yet, so let's see if I can get this thing open here. I'm making it look a lot harder than it is.
That nice vacuum suck holding everything together.
Yep. Almost there. Okay.
All right.
So we got game itself in here, and this one is the blue fancy cartridge.
Yeah, and if you want to hold anything up to here as you
you
open
go.
it up. Yeah, it looks very nice.
And what else do we have in here? Oh, this is the keychain of Wrecker's ship. I've been, looking at renders of this for months. This is the first time I've had a chance to actually see it in person. That's super cool.
Very neat. Yeah, and we mentioned before, but all this stuff is very collaborative between WayForward and Limited Run. We design stuff with them. We brainstorm ideas together. This one seemed the obvious one, so mild spoilers, but there is a bit of a love triangle between
Yes.
Wrecker and Syme
coin.
and another character.
Yeah, we did not get to meet Scarlet, but that is Scarlet.
And there's thematically you make some decisions between the two of them, so we thought it would be fun to
Syme.
have a coin that you flip and basically figure out your allegiance, human or Krill.
Mm-hmm. And then we have the CD soundtrack.
Very nice.
This does include the brand new song that you heard earlier on the title screen. You can probably hear right now. It is not actually in the GBA version that this is for. It is new for the console PC version.
Yeah, we didn't. The song's really cool. We put a lot of effort into that, so we didn't want to do a different soundtrack for the GBA
and
one.
then the poster.
Have it. Nice. There's that beautiful key art.
Yep.
And on the other side, something very useful.
Yeah, now the other side, maps.
Nice.
Maps. And yeah, spent a long time trying to make this be useful and look good. And, it doesn't have everything, but yeah.
Yeah, those are the major stages, so you can see the... which one did I go through? The
you went through 4, so yeah, that's the green one here.
So these are not the random battles. These are the lengthy, linear stages that lead to the big bosses.
Yeah, and we couldn't include the caves because there were too many caves. It just says cave.
Yeah.
And it points out a few other points of interest, but it should definitely help you get through. And these maps are also the same ones that are included in the art gallery for the console PC version.
Nice. Very cool. Well, thank you for opening your personal copy.
Yeah, well, it's fun to be able to take a look and finally see it in person.
Yeah.
And yes, there will be a collector's edition for the console, or rather, just the console version. There won't be a physical PC version, but for the PS5 and the Switch, there will be a physical. More details coming soon. There will be a collector's edition. It won't necessarily be the same as this, but again, please look forward to those details. Yep. We look forward to telling you all about it in the weeks ahead.
Yeah, and before we sign off, if anybody has any last-minute questions, go ahead and type them below. We had Chun GXE asked, are you guys getting ready for Mighty Switch Force 3 yet? We're always talking about it. We always have ideas. We kind of had not done a Mighty game in a while, but yeah, something new, and something new with Patricia Wagon especially has been a major topic internally over the last couple months. So hopefully, I would hope that a year from now we can showcase something that brings her back in a substantive way.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
VGX7 asks, and you can answer first off, who's your favorite character in Sigma Star?
Ooh. Oh, man. That is tough. I'm going to go with Scarlet, I think. I feel like she's underappreciated.
Definitely.
So I'm going with Scarlet.
Yeah. She is the Betty to Syme's Veronica, I think. A little less flashy, but maybe a little less chaotic. I like Syme. I mean, Syme's easy to pick. I like Zelly, who you have not met yet in our playthrough. I like the little triplets as well, who you've not met in our playthrough. But yeah, I tend to like all of the Krill characters. They're
Bloon's
very
cool too. I like Bloon.
Yeah. They're all very larger than life in their personalities.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm going with one of the main 3, I'll pick Scarlet. But if I'm including the others, then yeah, Bloon's up there.
Yeah, for sure. And then yeah, so I mean, WayForward in general, we're working on lots of cool projects. Like I said, unfortunately, it's the only negative to modern development. Our cycles are getting longer. We're doing games that are taking 18 months, 24 months. So you are seeing titles less frequently from us, but that is just because you are going to be seeing bigger and more amazing titles, some of the best IPs we've ever worked with, things that we absolutely adore, things that are a perfect fit for us, and things that I think you guys are going to be super excited about as it's announced. And beyond that, we are always working on, we're having some interesting conversations with merchandise partners, trying to get you guys some more stuff that you can get outside of games from WayForward. We have great partners at Limited Run, Fangamer, and places like that, so we're having some interesting conversations right now. If you come to the SCV Collectible Show in Valencia, California, where WayForward has a permanent booth, we're going to try and get some more stuff there. If you come right now, every Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, we have a very, very limited amount of overstock of our games from the old LRG physical sales.
And some merch too.
Yeah, and some merch. So if you weren't able to get something that sold out a long time ago, there's a chance we might have some of those, selling it basically at the MSRP cost. And then the other thing is we've been doing collectible cards. We've got another one of those in the works that will be debuting next month at a special event here at the SCV Collectible Show. And we also have something that we can't announce yet, but we will be showing in the coming months, which is comic book related. So you guys have already seen a couple of comic books from Matt on the Shantae front. You've seen a prequel comic of Yara's Rising.
Yep.
There is one that we are going to start printing and have copies for sale, especially here at the show. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to offer it online, but a very cool comic book collectible that a lot of you, I think, will be very excited to get your hands on. That will be announced in the coming weeks and months as well.
Oh man, what a tease.
Yes. Let's see. We had Alpay Baran, year 8 says, please make Shantae and the Seven Sirens 2. I mean, ultimately, whatever we do as far as next Shantae games is kind of driven by what Matt and Aaron Bozon want. But we do want to make more games like that, where they have that nice 2D, HD, traditional animation style that you see in Seven Sirens and Half Genie Hero. So I think it's very likely that in the coming years you will continue to see some of those style of titles, maybe or maybe not a direct sequel to Seven Sirens, but definitely stuff in the ilk of that in the coming years.
Yeah, I know that when Matt included that part with the book at the end, he wasn't just planning to toss that over his shoulder. He's hoping to follow that up sometime before too long.
Yes, exactly. So and yeah, I mean, we're we can't get into specifics, but always talking about what the next Shantae games are, always talking about what the next River City Girls games are. We had a question just come in. What are your favorite Kunio-kun games? So, I mean, I really love Kunio-tachi no Banka, which we were able to localize as River City Girls 0. The sprites in that are just so charming, and they are the reason River City Girls exists, because we just fell in love with Misako and Kyoko. I like that one. I also just like River City Ransom, the NES version. So probably those are the two that stand out for me. 50 plus games so far in that series. My gosh. Do you have any other favorites, Hoff, that you've played over the years?
I mean, is it going to sound like a cop-out just to say that the River City Girls ones are my favorite? I'm more of a Double Dragon guy.
Yes.
So they're, a spin-off, sort of, sister series to Kunio-kun.
Now, you must have been very happy then with our DLC for River City 2,
yeah.
River City Girls 2, where we got Billy and Jimmy as playable characters. For anybody that has River City Girls 2 or doesn't yet, you can buy it on any platform, and there is DLC that you can get the Double Dragon Boys, Billy and Jimmy Lee, voiced by the Game Grumps, Aaron Hansen and Dan Avidan. They are hilarious. It has all new songs. It has some really cool content. It has a new seasonal shopkeeper voiced by Jaden Animations that I was so excited to get in there. So lots of really cool stuff in that DLC, especially if you're a Double Dragons fan like Hoff.
Maybe Super Dodgeball. Maybe that's my favorite Kunio-kun.
Yeah, and I think that was probably the first one I ever played was the Dodgeball on NES.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, so good. That was, and I believe that was the second Kunio-kun game ever. I think the very first one was what we call Renegade.
Yep.
And then Dodgeball came before River City Ransom, which was the third one.
Yeah, I mean, if you throw like arcade and different ports,
exactly,
then it gets all more complicated.
But Dodgeball is so good. Dodgeball, I think Dodgeball is on the NSO NES lineup on Nintendo Switch. So if you've never played it, check that out. If I'm wrong about that, there's also a really fantastic collection that Arc System Works did recently,
really good
where they threw all the old school titles on there. But yeah, like even when we started working on River City Girls over 5 years ago, there were already 50 games in the series at this point. So so many Kunio-kun games. All right, and we got one last question.
Okay.
What are your favorite Mario games? You want to go first?
Super Mario World, Super Mario Galaxy 1, and Super Mario Odyssey.
Mine of the old ones, I mean, I probably put more time into Super Mario Brothers 3 than anything, but I would say my favorite style of Mario game was always Super Mario Brothers 2, aka Super Mario Brothers USA. I just always liked the mechanic of grabbing vegetables and grabbing the POW blocks, and I love that Doki Doki Panic world more than they actually liked the traditional Mushroom Kingdom with the breaking blocks.
Yeah, that might be fourth on my list.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. Good stuff, though.
Yeah, great games.
Cool. All right. Anything else before we do we want to talk about or announce before we?
No, really, that pretty much covers it. Just thank you very much for enjoying the stream. Pages are up on Steam and PS5, so you can add to your wish list. And we look forward to telling you more specifics about when the game is going to launch and the physical pre-orders and all that stuff soon. But yeah, for now, I think that does it. We will catch you guys next time.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
All right. I'll just mosey over here and switch over to the see you next time screen.